Hi, I'm Skull Eagle and I play for the Rose City Rollers Wheels of Justice, and I am also a Bont Quad star. Welcome to this episode of #Real Talk with Skull.
Would you talk about the durability of the Bont boot?
So, I actually have a lot of feelings about durability when it comes to roller derby boots in general. I see a lot of people like freak and geek when they think about how much money they have to spend on boots. And they try to choose when it finally comes to that time to upgrade, they are ready to spend $400 or so on a boot possibly, or maybe a little bit less than that. And they are buying with the intent to find a boot that's going to last them like 3 or 4 years. And when I think about like runners, people who run, they are replacing those like $200 sneakers every 3 months. So I find that I think that sometimes the derby community puts a little bit too high expectation on how long their gear is supposed to last. And I see a lot of people that try to think that their derby boot is going to last them 4 or 5 years. I don't think there's a single boot on the market that can last that long. So I think that getting a boot to last 2 years is a reasonable amount, and that's, I find that my Bont boots, when cared for correctly, last that long. 2 full seasons, and I'm skating upwards of 12 hours a week at a very high level, and they go the whole schmoll. Obviously, toe guards are really important to maintaining like the integrity of the tip of the boot. I find that's where a lot of people do a lot of high damage to any kind of boot, but particularly Bonts. So making sure that you fully protect that during practice, and I find that that's important. Plus, Bont also does like side TPU guards, and I would recommend those for a lot of skaters. If you find that you're on the ground a lot, like protect that boot. Bonts, I don't feel blow out the way that other brands of boots do. So like some of those like really heavy leather boots, yeah, they might last you 5 years, but they will blow out after like the first year, to the point where they don't fit you and they're not really riding the way that they're supposed to be riding you. So that's my feelings on that. Yeah.
Cool. Is there anything in your jamming style that you can point to that a Bont boot helps you do?
Okay. Maybe not. Yeah, in my jamming style, I would say that one of my key signature things is my ability to juke the way that I juke, and a lot of it comes from my ice hockey background. And in ice hockey, when you go to do a juke, that severe angle that occurs at the level of the ice and the blade, right? However, in roller derby and on our trucks, that angle kind of happens in the trucks, but also happens in the like in the actual ankle, right? Because the wheels need to stay flat on the ground. And so rather than the angle happening at the point of the ground and the wheel, that angle and that action happens in the plates and also at our ankles. So I have a lot of conviction that a lower top boot really affects my ability to do a good juke and get that nice severe angle so that I can actually like do what I need to do. Not only in a juke move, because especially like when I'm, if I go into a juke, my foot is really far from my center of gravity, right? And so being able to trust that I can like get that angle to occur in my ankle and in the trucks is important, and the height of the boot really affects that. Those higher top boots disallow the ankle from making that sharp angle to the point where they can't really get like a really severe juke in there, or where I really see it affect skaters is in their ability to do good plow stops and half plows, because they can't literally bend the ankle the way it needs to bend.
Sorry. Now I know what to expect. I'm not ready for that jelly.
Okay.